Ray, J. Chris. I think I did. I thought I responded. Hey, Arlinda. Good evening. All right. Good to see you. Hey, Tamara. How you doing? Hey, Miss Barbara. Good to see you. The Honorable Jeffrey Booker from Seabright, New Jersey. Thank you for joining us. As always, a pleasure seeing you. Hey, the Honorable Vicki Nelson, District 3 from the Hinesville City Council. Good to see you. Hey, Faith, thank you for joining us. Georgia Peach, hello. Hey, Edna Williams, thank you. Hey, Paige, thank you for joining us. Angela, hello. Raynell, hello. Thank you for joining us. Denise, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Tina, good evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. Tina, glad to have you. Omega, thank you for joining us here on this Friday night. It is Friday. Renee Garland, thank you. Good evening. Good to see you. And we're still planning your wedding. Stacy, good evening. Hey, Trey, I'm doing the best we can, Trey. The best we can. Andrea, hey, thank you for joining us as well. Appreciate that. Sharon, thank you for joining us. And always great to see the great Glenda Jones. Good to see you. Bella, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you. Darren, hey Darren, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Joanne, hello everybody. And J. Chris, I will do that. Andrea, good evening. Good to see you. It's Keisha, thank you. Good evening to you. Cynthia, hello. And again, Ed Beatty Jr. has set the atmosphere. Why have the new shelter across from the DFAC's office on Wheaton Street? Probably because of the issue of size and land and who owns it. So I'm not sure that I don't know who owns it. So I don't know. Linda, listen. Thanks for joining us. Cheryl, hello. Krista, hello. And Skylar, the 3-year-old birthday girl. Hey, Skylar. Try to act all funny with me when I was at your house for your birthday, but it's all right. It was your 3rd birthday. We'll let you have it. Yvette, hello. Hey, Pastor David, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Thank you. And Patricia is joining us from Richmond Hill, so we welcome you all the way from Richmond Hill. Roxy, hello. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Andrea Hall Houston, thank you for joining us. Hello. Teresa, thank you for joining us as well. And, Tamara, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Kimberly, hello. Thank you so much. Hey, oh, wow. Now, when the great Laura Smith comes out of hiding to say hello and I don't have to drag her out, wow, I'm on it. Laura, I appreciate that. Hey, Elder Flossie, thank you for joining us. Sharon, I hope you got some sleep last night, but I'm glad to see you, and I hope Zuri is doing all right. Good to see Crystal on as well, and Maggie, hello. Hey, Joan, thank you for joining us. We appreciate that as well. And Takoa, thank you for joining us. Hello, good evening to you. Lakeista, thank you. And Carol, thank you. Pamela, hello. Oh, my brother, Pastor Kenny Roche, thank you for joining us, sir. Pleasure to see you. And Lita, it's Friday. Lita, how are we working the same building? I'll never see you. That's what I want to know. All right. Shauna, thank you. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Keith, good to see you. Tracy, hello. And Erica is on. Audra is on. Hey, Rocky, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And Nancy has some questions. So when I get to the questions part, Nancy, you can ask the questions. Sabrina, I think that trash is picked up now. Let me know. I think they told me it was picked up. Hey, Kimberly Clark Webb, thank you for joining me. Gina, thank you. Hello. And thank you, Barbara. I'm doing my best. Emma, hello. Greta, thank you for joining us. Hello. Hey, Marianne, thank you, and may God bless you as well. That's right. I'm going to talk about that, Ed. Thank you. See, Ed is the rules man. In every group, you need a rules man. Ed sets the atmosphere, and Ed gives the reminders. So remember, daylight savings time, we spring forward tomorrow 1 hour. So that's 1 hour lack of sleep and 1 hour less of people being downtown super spreading stuff. And Angie from the DMV is here. So that is good. Carol, thank you. Thank you. What? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Pastor Deborah Nesbitt, please keep me in your prayers. Good to see you. My brother Harry, thank you for joining us, Harry. And Debbie Williams Walker, good to see you, and I appreciate you. Hey, John Bush, now come on, man. Now, you know how we just rolled. I mean, you know, you running like I'm running. Hey, Michael, I appreciate that. Savannah Strong, Karen. Whoa, and I got Karen on here too. Now that's pretty awesome. Karen from in Kentucky, but in Savannah. So good to see you, Karen. Juanita, hello. Uh, Ed is right. Changing the battery saves lives. So we're gonna make sure we tell everybody change your batteries in your smoke detectors. Okay, y'all can do that. Don't be cheap and wait till they run out. Just change the batteries now. Shakita, thank you for joining us. LaMonica, hey, good evening. Thank you for joining us. E. Joyce Paris, thank you. Hey, Annie, we're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. And Larry is on with us. It is Friday. It's Friday Night Live. Sandra, hello. And Barbara is in the house, and she says hello. Good to always see. Patricia Ann is in the house as well. Good to see you. Farah, hello. Happy Friday. Deanna, hello. And I am doing well, Latasha. Thank you for joining us. Kevin is in the house. Thank you, Kevin. And Pastor Cleveland Critton, thank you, man. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Royce, hello. And Joycette is on. And let me tell you about Joycette. We're all on the same Fitbit app, and I'm whooping her behind like every week on Fitbit. Let me see how many. Let's see. Let me see how many I got. How many more I got? Oh, look at this. Van, 48,000 steps. Joycette, 40,000 steps. Okay, and how many hours left? 3 hours and 19 minutes. You better get to it. Trika, thank you. Many blessings to you as well. Sabrina says more trash up there. All right, we'll talk about it. Miss Flo, hello. And Condoleezza is going to stop by. Thank you. Roxy, hello. And Molly Lieberman is in the house, but I have not heard from the other Liebermans, and I have not heard from the other Kaufmans. So we got to make sure we keep that up. Stacy, hello. Brittany is in the house. Samantha, how many shootings in the past week? I don't know, but we'll talk about it. Tina, good evening. Hello. Actually, I know we have too many shootings, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Ethel, hello. Hey, Carla McBride is on here. Whoa, stop the presses. Carla McBride has entered the building. Vanessa, hello. And good. John, I really appreciate your hospitality and helping us through all these situations that we find ourselves in. Thank you so much, and thank you for the work that you do. Julia, good evening to you. Ivania, hello. Thank you for joining us as well. Gerard is in the house. So I'm doing well. Hope all is well with you as well. Thank you, Julia. We appreciate you. Barbara, Pootie's mom, staying strong. Stay strong. I wasn't invited to your wedding, though. So I'm still in my feelings about that. But I got a project for you, though. We need to talk. Christina, thank you for joining us. Hey, Zane Beyond Words is on. My beautiful cousin. Good to see you. Oh, all right. Bruce Lieberman is in the house, so Kings County is being represented. Brooklyn, Richard, thank you for joining us as well. Thank you. And Julia, thank you. And Randy, can I give you an update on reopening of city baseball fields? I'm hoping, and again, part of this deals with this weekend. I'm hoping to reopen them April 1st. That's right now. That's the goal. We wanted to see how this week would play out, and so 2 weeks beyond that to see what our spread is. If we're manageable, then I'm hoping April the 1st. That's what I'm hoping for. Hey, Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville is on, so thanks for joining us. And Takoa watching, good. And All right, Edwin Markey is look Ed. So everybody, Ed is finishing up his masters. Man, go ahead and finish that thing. Go ahead and do it, man. Just stick with it. You can do it. Michelle, thank you. And Michelle has a new phone, so is it a Droid or is it Apple? Let us know. And hey, Brenda, thank you so much. I appreciated that message. And Latasha, we've sent the police over to help deal with that issue. I hope it's better. And if you should move back to Savannah, that's what you should do. You should have left the Effingham in the first place. But Michelle Howell, thank you. Brittany Curry, the awesome, talented Brittany Curry is on. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Mary Thomas, thank you for joining us as well. Angela, I know what you are saying, so we'll see about that. Linda, thank you so much. Oh, for the baseball update, okay. Denise, hello. Lexus, hello, good to see you as well. It says engaged, so if you're engaged, we will plan your wedding right here on this. All right, okay, Bruce Lieberman never travels alone. All right, so very good. So that means we have them in here as well. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And Sheila is a little late, but she is here. What is the city building on Concord Road? Concord Road is in the county, so I don't think we're building anything out there. And let's see what's happening Riverside. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, very good. I told them that they need to protect you. Sabrina, hello. Patricia, thank you so much. It is time to get started. Let us start this. Let's start this ride. So, if it's Friday during a pandemic, in Savannah, Georgia. If it's Friday during the pandemic in Savannah, Georgia. If it's Friday during the pandemic in Savannah, Georgia. On St. Patrick's Day weeks. If it's Friday during the pandemic in Savannah, Georgia, during St. Patrick's weeks, and you have no place that you have to be, if you're keeping the faith and following the science, that means you are at home. You are with me. It is Friday Night Live. Thank you so much for joining us. I am honored and always very privileged. The fact that you would give me, for now, 51 weeks. Good to see you, Michael. Good to see you, Elder O'Berry, the Rock Man is what we call him. Good to see you, Sheila and Janine. Thank you for joining us as well. And Tammy, you're late. Don't be late again. Erica, hello. Elena, hello. Tara Thomas, whoa, is in here as well. But yeah, 51 weeks we've been doing this. 51 straight weeks. 51 straight weeks. We've gotten together during this pandemic. And it has now been a year. A year this week that the pandemic was declared. Hello, Patricia. Thank you for joining us as well. And Sandra, thank you as well. I appreciate this. And you all have come and we've hung out. Hey, hola, Diana. Thank you for joining us. We've had Nicole. It's okay. But, we've come together. We've fussed. We argued. But, we shared a lot of information. We were inspired. And we have reached almost 1 year, 51 weeks. We've done this straight. Alicia, hello. Shanice, hello. And we have, done, just phenomenal stuff. Mary, hello. And I'm just blessed to have all of you coming and joining us week after week. When we said we weren't going to do it during Thanksgiving, y'all said do it. We weren't going to do it during Christmas, New Year's, and we did it. Thank you all so much. Again, I'm just honored to be with you. So, again, wanted to talk with you. Next week, we will have a huge celebration. I got to figure out what we're going to do. We're working on it. But we're going to have a huge celebration to celebrate 1 year of Friday Night Live. 1 year of date night. 1 year we've been together. As we wrap down Friday Night Live, because we want you to be okay. And we want you to continue doing the things that have gotten us this far. We want you to continue to wear a mask. We want you to continue to wash your hands. We want you to continue to watch your distance. And when the vaccine is available for you, get the freaking vaccine. Go ahead and get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. We have 3 good vaccines out there. Go ahead and get it. I was even told as late as today that you would rather have the shot and the discomfort that comes along with it. Enough people have been taking the shots and they are doing just fine. Just remember, Dawn Baker got the first shot in the world of phase 3 trials, and Dawn has been doing her thing every night on the news of WTOC 6 and 11. So go ahead and let's get it done. Get it. Hey, Reverend Dr. Thurman Tillman, thank you. Maggie got her second shot. Barbara Pootie's mom got her first shot yesterday. Um, hey, Michael, we have all done it. We have all done it. And Laura, hello, thanks for joining us as well. So I wanted you to do that. So, go ahead and get the vaccine. We have to stop playing games with this. I mean, I heard those, teachers, they weren't getting the vaccine. Get the vaccine. Get the vaccine. And, Nancy, the vaccine is starting on Monday, available to adults of any age with life-threatening diseases, starting Monday. So you asked a good question, and I gave you a quick answer. Go ahead and get that done. If you have a life-threatening disease, you can get the vaccine. Okay? And Barbara gets her second dose on Monday. Hey, Mint, thank you for joining us. Glad to see you. So, also, we want you to like this page. Like this page. We want you to like our page as well. And like us, like this page. We want you to share the video. Share it with people. So, like the page, share the video. Chris, I don't have anything to do with who is selected. I don't know. I mean, that's totally the governor, and so I have nothing to go with that. So Keith got his second shot today. Ivania got her first one. So yeah, go ahead and get it done. Go ahead. Men had both her vaccines. If you're in healthcare, I mean, go ahead and get it done. We need to get past this. And again, people are still getting sick, still being diagnosed. People are still dying because of people are still getting sick because of COVID. So Karen got her second shot. Patricia's son got his first shot. Cassell got our first one. So again, that's the deal about this. We've been able to do this together. So go ahead, like my page, share the video, get your shot. And remember, we have done a wonderful job just hanging out on Mondays to give you information that, hey, Cynthia, thanks for joining us. You're late, but we're glad you're here. We've done a wonderful job of hanging out on Mondays. Many of you said you wanted information on stuff, and so we've been doing it. This is March, and so, hey, Savannah's mom, Carolyn, is on here, and Ed is going to get his on Tuesday. So on Monday, March the 15th, we will be talking about introduction to home ownership. So remember, the first week in March, we talked about credit. Last week, we talked about debt. And this week, we'll be talking about introduction to home ownership. So if you want to own a home, I mean, and everybody should, have the opportunity. There are things you can do. Your credit is never too bad. I mean, if you want to do it, if you're willing to work towards, you can get it done. So we'll have Richard Reed from the Consumer Credit Counseling Service will be back with us to talk to us about introduction to home ownership. Hey, Crystal. So Crystal is on, so I guess we're okay. So please go ahead and, if you know of people, let them know that we'll be doing that on Monday. We want them to be there and to be a part. Also, I heard from our excellent and wonderful superintendent today, and she's informed me that hopefully we'll have in-person graduations. Hey, Hannah, we'll have in-person graduations this year, probably at Savannah State. So of high school graduation. So they're going to go ahead and try to get past this. Again, we finally, if we can act right, behave right, we can possibly see the end of this tunnel that we've been working in and we've been living in. And it's been rough and it's been hard. And, I'm just over it. I'm ready for us to get to something where we could do something. Now, that being said, It was 82 degrees in Savannah today. Hey Julia, hey Sister Tillman, hey Dina, thanks for joining us. It was 82 degrees in Savannah today. Beautiful day in Savannah. Hey Patrice, and folks in Savannah, they're all up in these streets. Um, I'm not one of them right now. Cynthia says, "Do I want to writing grants?" Okay, I will do that. The Tillmans are vaccinated and they're all right. Um, but um, you know, we had this thing this week, and I talked a little bit about it. We said, and I mean, I really want to give big thanks to the our St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee. I mean, they have been absolutely awesome. They understood clearly. Um, Jasmine, you talking to me? Am I single? Or you single? You asking me? I don't know. Anyway, um, so we are, um, you know, we worked together because they certainly understood where we were in this process. Um, they clearly understood that they wanted to keep people safe, and we were able to find ways that they could celebrate the authentic Irish culture. The Feast of St. Patrick is actually a religious observance. Um, it's not really what you see on St. Patrick's Day. I mean, it is a solemn religious observance of St. Patrick, who is the patron saint of the Irish. And so, um, you know, they take it very seriously. We were able to work with them. We greened the fountain today, so that was absolutely cool. And we did it socially distanced, and so I'm proud of them doing that. Now, some of that mess going on downtown is just mess. Y'all be cool. Y'all be careful because there are more people down there not wearing masks than we can give masks to. Again, we're trying our best. We will do our best. Okay, see, Dr. Levette says that high school graduations will be in person with a limited number of guests, masks, and social distancing in person with adherence to all public safety measures. Live streaming also. So good. We appreciate you, Dr. Levette. Again, we have an awesome superintendent. We thank her for being a part of our Friday Night Live. I mean, she comes on, and as busy as she is, she comes in all of the time. Um, folks are downtown. Folks are enjoying the weather and all that kind of stuff. Again, we're not trying. Okay, well, is there something to be done about Plant River Street? Okay. Well, let me tell you about that. So, Hannah, um, go down. Well, if you get a chance, we have controlled our section of the riverfront. I did appreciate. I mean, I love Plant Riverside. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful piece of architecture. It's a wonderful hotel. It's a great addition to our downtown. It's a JW Marriott, so it's certainly a high class hotel. And so they've meant a lot to our landscape, and I was glad the city partnered with them. However, I was really upset when they decided to host a 6-day festival, and then said they talked to us. They didn't talk to us about anything. We didn't know any of that stuff that was going on. City Cole, hello. And so they did what they were going to do, and per the governor's order. And again, this is why everything was so confusing, is because they were basically saying that that the governor could do what he could, and this and this and this and that, and so as a result, we can't, as a city, regulate private property. We can regulate what we own, which is the public space, but we could not regulate the public. I mean, we could regulate the public space, but we could not regulate the private space. So we went down to River Street, and we have barricaded the entire, or most of the west end of River Street, on the river end of it. It is the city's, area, and so therefore, what? You can't hear. And Alan Westbrook, thank you for joining us. All right. I mean, you're saying you can't hear me. I mean, all right, you don't have to do it like that, though, Kelly. I mean, all right. I mean, can you hear me? I mean, Kelly, you might need to Carter Kelly, you might need to turn up you might need to turn up your volume. Turn up your volume. Turn up your volume. Turn it up. Kim, turn up your volume. See, they can hear me. Turn up your volume. So, um, so the fact was they can have what they want to. They can do what they want to do. But on our end of it, we're going to make sure that we do what we can do to protect our citizens in Savannah. That's all. And so we what we did was we put up barricades. So we're going to help limit some of the people over there. And it's bigger than that. We have our sons and our daughters and our mothers and fathers and our citizens that are working in Plant Riverside. And so I'm concerned about them because people are coming from all over the place, coming to live their best lives in our city. And a lot of them are not wearing masks. You see them. It's a bunch of them. And I want to make sure, again, Savannah is wonderful host, and to that end, most of our businesses have worked with us. They are doing a great job working with us because I told them that if we have to, we'll shut it all down. But no, they've been very, very good working with us, and we're glad for the partnership. And hey, Donna, thank you for joining us. And so, essentially, where we are is, we're keeping our eyes on it. And so I was out there a little while earlier. I'll be out there tonight. I'll be out there tomorrow. But, we're just saying we want visitors to come. We like them to come. But while you're here, respect our city, respect our people, wear the mask. Wear the mask. Wash your hands. Watch your distance. That's it. That's what we want you to do. Sandra, wow. See, that's what I'm saying. So that's a concern about you can't park your car. So, Kathy, thank you for joining us as well. So, we're keeping our eyes on it. So that's what we did about that. Well, Hannah, our hotels are probably in the 90% range. Businesses have told us that they would partner with us through the Savannah Safe Pledge to do the right thing. If they don't, we have other things that we can do. Again, it's always this week and it's always next weekend. So it's up to them. So it's up to them and how they behave. But we'll be out there watching. So I guarantee you that, and we're out there watching it already. Also, daylight savings time. Move the clock forward. You lose an hour of sleep. So just go ahead and do that. And as Ed will remind us to make sure to change the batteries. Change the batteries in your clock. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, yes, the trillion-dollar or so, I forgot how much it was, but the Biden relief bill passed into law. It helps in the short term. In the long term, people will be back where they are. So we accept it for what it is. I don't think I'm eligible to get a stimulus check, but I'm not mad at people who are getting it. It's been hard. And so if I'm blessed that I don't get a chance to get it, it's all right. I'm not hating on people. Some people really need it. People have had a really hard time. And so if we can help them. But more importantly, the city of Savannah gets money directly from the federal government instead of from the state before, where it was taken away from us in the second and third rounds. We end up with somewhat upwards of $57 million. So we'll figure out how to be able to take care of that. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So I think that was about it for me. But I will, let's talk. Let's see anything, questions and things you have. We can talk about it. Let's talk. I need y'all to be safe, for real. Um, we need you to be safe. Need you to be safe. There needs to be public parking at Forsyth Park. People park in front of homes where locals have to park. Um, I guess I agree with you, Sandra, but we have public parking at Forsyth Park. Um, it is on the east end of, I mean, on the south end of it, there is public parking there. And there are a few spaces over on the east end of it there um, by the restaurant. I don't know where else there is public parking. Uh, Patrice wants to know, what am I doing this weekend? I am going to a bunch of funerals tomorrow. I think I have three. Oh, there's a job fair tomorrow I'm going to. So if you know of somebody who wants to work in our new Savannah arena, construction arena, skilled and unskilled, you can go ahead and we have a job fair, I think, from 9 to 2 at the Civic Center tomorrow. 9 to 2 tomorrow. Um, Send people, send people, send people, send people. I think that is a great opportunity for that. So, hey, Ken Slats, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. So that's the deal with that. Um, let me see what it say. What did you say? I missed a couple of questions. So yes, I'm going to a couple of funerals. I'm going to the job fair. Um, and then on Sunday, I go to church, and then hopefully I'll be able to sit down somewhere for a minute. Ed, will the Johnny Mercer Theater be spared once the new arena opens? I'm not sure. It is my position that we spare the Johnny Mercer Theater. I think the Johnny Mercer Theater is still a very viable building. I think we have to put some money into it, but I would like to see us keep the Johnny Mercer Theater. Of course, that decision is up to the city council, but I would like to keep it. All right. Nancy sent me a DM on Messenger. I will read it when I get finished today. Hey, Danetta, thank you for joining us. I'm glad to see you with us today. I appreciate you being here. Um, Vanessa, yes, I'll be going to hopefully try to get over to Miss Allen's service tomorrow as well. I was out there obviously last Saturday, um, when she tragically left us. Um, you saw Walgreens giving flu shots 6 months and older. Is there anywhere your great grandson who's 15 months to get his flu shot? I do not know. If any of you all know where a 15-month, I think 15 months is too young to get a flu shot. But if any doctors on here, if Dr. Russell Petty is on here, tell us that. All right. The favorite of the week, the train. Yeah. Audra, I agree with you. We are trying our best to deal with that. The problem is that the city, nor the state, or the county for that matter, has any jurisdiction over the railroad. The railroad is federal government, and it literally trumps everybody and everything. And so we talk to them, we ask them to do better. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We might have to do something now with our new senators to get them involved and engaged, because it takes forever, and they stop, and sometimes over here they stop and they go back and they go forth, they go back, they go forth. I mean, I think they're changing locomotives, but it's dangerous to have those trains sitting in the middle of the streets like that. Let's see. All right, you're still trying to help somebody in desperate need of utility help, but she was not affected by COVID. You tried EOA, family promise, no help. I am not familiar, see, Nicole, of anybody who needs utility, who is providing utility assistance outside of the money from the CARES Act. I'm not familiar with anybody. My suggestion to you is to call and make some payment arrangements. I know they're not cutting off anybody right now, so I think you better have them call and have a relationship with them to help them to do that. Andy, what are we doing on West Broughton Street? Well, we have a beautification project, which is also an infrastructure project on Broughton Street. It's supposed to go all the way from the west end to the east end of Broughton Street. If you look on the first block of Broughton Street, you see what it looks like when it's finished. Um, it's a wider sidewalk. It's more accessible, certainly more appealing. It has a really good tree lawn that is there. But more importantly, underneath the street, we've been able to dig up some of these 100-year-old pipes and replace them to improve water flow, replace sewer pipes. So it's a pretty extensive project. And it's caused some disruption. So we're trying to see what we can do to kind of minimize that disruption, particularly as things get busier. If you have your company right now, you can help Savannah big time. Okay, thank you. All right, well, Beatrice, yes, thank you. Patricia, thank you for praying for us. We appreciate it. We feel your prayers. Um, okay, so Jasmine says um, breastfeeding babies should be good. Um, Layla, 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 the city's been opened up. All we ask you to do is wear a mask. What are you talking about? Every business that wants to be open is open. What are you talking about opening the city up? All we're saying is wear a mask. I mean, you talk about opening the city, I say wear a mask. We could do both. Go downtown, you see how open this city is. What are you talking about? Wear a mask. It's time to live. It is time to live, but it's time to live when you wear a mask. Too many people have died. It's time to move on. I mean, tell that to families of people who died of COVID-19. Tell that to people who are sick right now, who are in ICU units because of COVID-19. Do you think they want to move on? Come on now, Layla. It's time to live and not die. That's that. Friday. Let's see. Ernestine says she has an all-natural spray that kills COVID-19 in 2 minutes. It's approved by the CDC, FDA, and EPA, and you have testimonials. You probably need to talk to everybody. I don't. You might want to talk with the health department about that. I don't know much about sprays or anything like that, so you might want to talk with the health department about it. So, that's what I'll suggest. Angela, the residents of 54th and Waters don't have any trash cans. Where did the trash cans go? Inbox me and let's get you. Tell me, are you saying all the residents of 54th and Waters don't have trash cans? Or some of them? So let me know what addresses don't have trash cans and we'll get you some trash cans. I mean, when did they go away? Patrice, I would suggest that you contact the Homeless Authority or Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan. I suggest that you don't feed them yourselves. It is much better when it is coordinated with a group. And so, contact the Chatham Savannah Authority for the Homeless. All right, people are wearing masks, and yes, my family has died. Okay, then, so what do you mean time to open up and time to move on? I mean, what are you talking about? Tell me an industry or business that's not open. We're just saying wear a mask. And I'm telling you, if you go downtown right now, a whole bunch of folks not wearing masks. That's why hopefully I'm going to get up here and go downtown. We're going to get some tickets, hopefully. Okay, they're not giving the flu 6 and older. He is not breastfed because of complications. All right, Michelle, send me a message. I'll put you in contact with Dr. Russell Petty, who hangs out with us on Friday night, and hopefully she can give you some information. One thing I know, I'm Savannah native. I know city's beautiful no matter what. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate that. Hey, Jamal, double brother. Good to see you, sir. Trey, will city employees get another raise? I hope so. In June, We have tried very hard this year not to lay off or furlough a single employee, and we were able to do that. We didn't furlough, we didn't lay off a single employee. We wanted to balance the budget without raising taxes, because it don't make sense if we give you a raise on one end and raise your taxes on another end. I'm hoping by mid-year that we're able to do a raise for our employees. Hey, Patricia, thank you for joining us. That's right. Ed is a veteran of the COVID wars. He fought it and he won. Sharon, I mean, I wish we could. I mean, we're doing the best we can. I mean, the question is how much, you know, I mean, the issue is how much do we want police involved in fighting people over a mask? Now, they engage them. I've engaged a couple. You ask them to put on a mask for the most part. People put on masks. Some don't, and then I think a couple that haven't got the ticket. Can we expand the downtown towards 37th Street? We're reevaluating the downtowner. The downtown is supposed to be for downtown, so it is obviously a very, very 37th Street is a pretty big gap. So, there's a cost associated with it, so we have to really determine how that's going to work out. Hey, Tanya, thank you for joining us. Glad to have you. What other questions we have? No police, community accountability. Well, I agree. I mean, but I don't want people getting into a fight either, because people don't want to wear a mask. So, I mean, if they see Savannahans doing it, hopefully they'll do it. Some people just want to be, just want to be disagreeable about it. Like I said, most people, when I was on River Street today, I mean, and if I asked somebody to put on a mask, they put it on. They didn't necessarily know who I was. So, I don't know. All right, what else we got? We are 52 weeks into this thing, 51 weeks. Next week we will have I don't know, Marjorie, you might have to help me with that StreamYard for our actual 52nd episode. Our 52. 52 means 1 year since March the 20th, 2020 that we have done this as well. Vanessa, I will try my best. I know that is my media day, so I don't know. I'll try to see if I can make it. When am I going to pave 37th Street and Henry Street? I'm not going to pave it. I don't know that 37th Street and Henry Street, I mean all the way down or a particular area. If there are areas that need to be paved, call 311. Get a tracking number, and with the areas that you want to see paved. So I'm not sure about how all that works. You're referring to down by the river having festivities. I hope you have a parade. All right. Well, yeah, the new Riverside area is having a celebration now this week, and we've closed off the public access to the riverfront because it is dangerous and a super spreader event. And so if living, Layla, as you mean it, is letting people have super spreader events, no, we're not living right now. We're not doing that. Thank you, Ed, for reminding us about this. The Neighborhood Improvement Association does free taxes. They do free tax help, and so we'll put some information out there for you that you need tax help. We can definitely go ahead and help you to get your taxes done for free. It's called VITA sites, VITA, and they help you with your taxes. So if you need tax help, we will post information. Thank you, Ed, for pointing that out. What else we got? Any other questions? What else we got going on this Friday? What are we doing? It is a beautiful weekend in here. We want people to get outside, get some of that vitamin D, get that melanin going on. But stay away from folk. Stay away from people. Get the vaccine if you're eligible. Get it. Special shouts out to teachers. Go ahead and get the vaccine. Rockin' Robin from Kansas City is with us. So you're late, but we're glad you're with us. I do not know what a J&J is given, but I did get some information about that. So I'll post that, Marjorie. Um, Maggie, we're glad for you as well. Um, yeah, Vondell, yeah. COVID, I mean, no, we don't have COVID under control. We're trying to get COVID under control. The more people that become vaccinated, the less people who become infected is how we get it under control. Hey, my big brother Mike Lepper, good to see you, my brother. Always a pleasure to have you on. Need to repave the corner of Styles and Louisville Road. Yeah, I hit that. Yeah, Gerard, I hit that pothole every day. Actually, all of that is being repaved. I think right now it's for the construction of the arena. They haven't repaved it, but that whole street is going to be expanded and it's supposed to be repaved. Holly wants to know, is the Savannah Plant District allowed to have the St. Patrick's COVID party? Um, the question is yes. The governor's order does not allow the city of Savannah to regulate functions on private property, which is why we have limited our public property, and they could do there what they want to do, and that's the governor. The governor did that, so um, it is what it is. Um, let's see. Oh, how do I feel about free speech? Okay. I mean, I think people have the right to have free speech. I mean, um, I think that people could be disagree without being disagreeable. Um, I don't think that your free speech should infringe on my rights. That means because you have free speech that you should be able to call me names or disrespect me. Um, so that's what I kind of think. Houses are being built on Common Street. Is this for profit for the builders or less advantaged neighborhoods because of the area? Homes are being built there that were acquired through eminent domain for affordable housing. These are houses that we help qualified homeowners live in as their first homes. I mean, for profit is probably not the right um, description, but it is affordable housing in which the builder is able to cover their expenses and obviously make somewhat of a profit for building the house. You can't stay in business if you don't make some sort of a profit. But the houses are um, way better than the houses that used to be there. And again, the goal is to make this first-time home buyers and affordable housing. So, you love being called a crony or a groupie. Anissa, who called you a crony or groupie? Whose crony or groupie you are? For the hardhead people who won't vaccinate, what will happen to them? Well, I mean, for many of them, if they won't vaccinate, I mean, they just won't be vaccinated. I mean, they just run the risk of catching COVID. And for those that understand, Ed, where you going, man? For those who have caught COVID, Ed probably can tell you, um, you know, for those who catch it, they don't want to catch it again. I mean, I remember once where I caught a mild case of the flu. I mean, I went to sleep, and when I woke up the next morning, I was in aches all over my body. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, Holly, yeah, Dietrich Leggett does a great job. Um, and so, after that, I said I don't want to catch the flu again, so I get the flu shot. Um, and I haven't caught the flu again. And so, in this case, if I'm trying to um, be able to not get COVID, then I want to take the COVID vaccine so I don't get COVID. Um, you know, it's too deadly. I mean, people who have who caught COVID and they recovered, they will tell you that they're not the same. Something is different about them. They can't breathe as well. They're fatigued. They have headaches. So we still don't know what the long-term effects of COVID-19 are. That's why, again, it's not like it's a common cold. You get it and go. No, COVID, we don't know everything about COVID yet. And so I don't want to be the first-hand person to tell you what COVID is all about. I've known too many people who've died. I know too many people who've gotten sick. And so I mean, I'm going to do all I can do to get the vaccine. I want, and Nancy will tell you, Nancy has had COVID, and thank God she's with us and doing better. But I mean, I think on the other end of it, I've lost too many people known and cared about, and I care about you. I don't want y'all to get sick. I don't want y'all to have COVID. I don't ever want to be. Um, Jamal, teachers are already allowed to be vaccinated. Jamal, teachers can already be vaccinated since last Monday. If you're a teacher, you can be vaccinated. So, but I don't want to ever hear that anybody from our Friday night date night um, got COVID or died of COVID. That would break my heart. So that's why I want to do everything that I can to help people to be better. So, why are we rewarding Visit Savannah with additional 2% of hotel money to promote when Savannah doesn't have a track record of doing so? Because we're not paying for it, Chuck. We're not rewarding them with anything. This is money that comes from visitors. So that's why they're getting an additional 2%. And they get the hotel motel money. And so as a result of that, they're going to help to push more African American tourism and help us to create an African American tourism product. So it's 2%. It's not our money, and we get the product and result we want. That's why we're doing it. Am I working reopening schools? Bike will have nothing to do with that, but the superintendent is on, and I believe schools are reopened. I think about 13,000 of our 38,000 kids are in schools, so I think most of our kids are actually staying home per the parent. Per the parent. So let me see. Uh, yeah, Cynthia, Parker's on Dean Forest Road is actually in the county. Or it might be Garden City, but it's not in the city of Savannah. But I told you, as for me, if they don't require a mask, I'm not going in this store. Again, we still have the opportunity to call those shots. If you don't believe in masks, don't expect me to come in your store. So, oh, and I know that's something else I want to talk about. Lee wants to know, do I feel uh, something more can be done by the city to help local businesses that are struggling? One example is liquor license is $5,000. That's true. Well, let me tell you what we've already done. This year we split up liquor licenses into three. So usually it's due in the first month of the year. This year we gave you 3 months to pay it. So remember now, money that we get is taxpayer money. So I mean, it's kind of hard to say, well, we're going to give you money, taxpayers' money for your business. On the other end of it, when you're doing a profit, you're not necessarily paying the profit back to the city, if you understand what I'm saying. So, we're trying our best to help. We have already given $2 million or so to local businesses. Also, businesses have also been eligible for PPE money from the federal government, and many businesses have already gotten that. And so, this weekend, that's why I'm trying hard not to close businesses, because y'all making your money this week. This week you gonna make the money. So, it's tough for everybody. Obviously, the city gets taxes from those, and we haven't been getting that money either. So, I think that the fact that we're giving business owners 3 months to pay their liquor license instead of one, I think that's be a huge help to them. They have requested that. They said that it helped them. So, let's see. Okay. All right, Amy, you gotta get it together. Let's see. Yeah, Carol, I'm gonna try to keep this mask mandate in place as long as we can. And again, the quicker, if you are tired of the mask mandate, get vaccinated. That's how you can get at me. Get vaccinated. Let our numbers go up. Let me see. Do I know someone on Cumming Street? Yes, I do. Um, and they are they used to be shot. Well, the old houses on Cumming Street were shotgun houses. They were on 25-foot lots, and you could look straight through them. The houses that are there now are not shotgun houses. The way you reinvigorate neighborhoods is to create affordable housing within the neighborhoods so the houses are not gentrified. That's how you do it. So we've been working very hard on Cummins Street. I want to thank our realtors and those for helping us to do that. We're also working on um, a affordable housing plan that we'll have in a couple of months to help us have additional tools to make that happen. Hey Lee, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, Holly is vaccinated, and we appreciate the encouragement. And okay, see, Dr. Ann Levette has shown up again. About one-third of the students attend schools on a hybrid model. That's about 12,000 students. The other 24,000 have chosen to remain virtual. If the public conditions are favorable, then the school system will open up 5 days a week in the fall. Deborah, am I going to read? Debbie says, am I going to read a bedtime story tonight? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not going to read no bedtime. I did that was last week. So any other questions? And then I'm going to give my thought for the day. And then, you know, and somebody asked about being a groupie and all that kind of stuff. You know what? I have stopped really caring what people think about me a long time ago. If you go your entire life concerned about what people say about you, you will never get anything accomplished. And so, yeah, I know that there's some people where, you know, their whole life's purpose is to sit around and talk trash about me. You think I'm worried about that? No. Consider the sauce. You know, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, I have a track record in this community. I have a track record for helping people. My character and my integrity are beyond reproach. And, you know, I've worked very, very hard to maintain a dignified life. I've worked very hard to make sure that I do what I say I'm going to do and mean what I say. And so, you know, when people have stuff to say, you have to check their record, check their integrity, check their character, see what they're about. We talked a couple of weeks ago about people who are around just to frustrate your purpose. And let me tell you something. I am so unbothered because until you can walk in my shoes, I mean, it is what it is. And so I'm reminded that I'm reminded that at the end of the day, there is somebody bigger than you and I. There's somebody bigger than you and I who is the real judge. And what I like about the real judge is that the real judge will judge my heart. And the real judge judges hearts and judges intentions. And so, you know, for those people, and one thing about it, and I mean, I've tried very hard, is that you never hear me talk negatively about folk here. Because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for how I treat people, even if people don't treat me nicely. I am responsible for respecting people because there's a judge bigger than you and I. I ain't doing it for you. I'm doing it for the day that somebody will say to me, well done, thy good and faithful servant. And so when you know who you're working for, and you know why you're doing it, then is it really important for those other people? Is it really? Does it mean anything to you? And so when I've got into this, and Chuck, we gonna pass this. So I mean, you better find another time. We gonna pass this. But anyway, Um, I I'm just focused on that. And you know, and I think for me, all of these years, all of these years, I mean, I've been on city council 16 years. I've been called everything but a child of God. And I think that that time has prepared me for now. I am so unbothered. And I'll still look you in your face and speak to you. Because I realize it ain't about you. You got to do your job. You have to try to frustrate by your purpose. I mean, if the time you spend talking about me, the time you can spend working to help people. The time you spend criticizing me, you can be using to uplift somebody else. At the end of the day, may the work I've done, not the reputation I have, may the work I've done. And so I want us on our date night and our family. I mean, I want us to get to the point where we're unbothered because they don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. Dr. Levette and I talking, she'll remind me, she says, take the high road. There's less traffic up there. And it's true. I pray for them, actually. Because if all you got to do is to sit here and talk about me, then you don't have much to do. And guess what? I'm going to give you more to talk about. There's a word there that says that he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So what does that say to me? It says that they have to be there for the table to be prepared for me. That he wants to see me prosper in their presence. He prepares a table before me. He wants to see me eat in the presence. So, I need them around. I need somebody to take the picture. Somebody got to take the picture. Somebody got to slam me on Instagram or Facebook. I mean, if that's all you got to do, you know, check the record. Consider the source. I don't take money from anybody. That's illegal. Never have, never will. And if I take money, it's on our disclosure sheets. I've been blessed to be able to not be fired from any job. I've been blessed to have be able to go back anywhere I have left. So, sometimes you don't know the reasons why people do the stuff that they do. And I know that sometimes many of you are protective of me, and I appreciate that. Many of you pray for me. I appreciate that. Many of you give me words of encouragement. I appreciate you for that. But we all have to get to the point of tougher skin. Because if it was up to some people, we wouldn't get up in the morning if we were so concerned about what people think. Stop caring so much about what people think. Do the work of him that sent you. Be the best you can be. Do the best you can do. And don't worry about the haters. You need them. They motivate you. They get me up sometimes. They make me go up a little higher. Because I got to give them something to be mad about. And so, we're going to be fine. All I can do, I never told you I was going to be a savior. I told you I was going to be a servant. And for the last 14 months, I've done my best to serve. Did I do the best I could? Absolutely. Could somebody do better? Maybe. But for the time I'm here, I can only do the best that Van does. Does that mean I won't make mistakes? Of course I make mistakes. I'm human. But on the other end of it, I'm working for a judge that's a little bit bigger than you. And I need you all to get that in your spirit. Sometimes it's people close to you. You know, I mean, there was something earlier I was talking about. It was a word that stuck with me, but it was talking about God pruning, removing branches and pruning other branches. And the point was that as you go through life, everybody should not always be on your front row. I've lost some really good friends. Really good friends. And, I appreciated the fact that they were my friends. But when I got to a next level, then maybe they weren't supposed to come with me to the next level. And then, my circle changed. There's some people who weren't my friends who are now my friends. I mean, it's a part of life. You don't mourn that kind of stuff. I don't want nobody in my circle who is not supposed to be there. I mean, if you're not Team Van, then I don't want you in my circle. I only want people in my circle who are down for me. And if their heart is not right and they're not down for me, then Lord, remove them from that circle. Please. And if I need to have a discerning spirit and see who they are, then guess what? And I've learned sometimes for who people are. And the interesting thing about this is that Facebook is an interesting thing because I've seen people that have come on and, oh yeah, Van, I'm with you, Van, you man, Van, and then they on other people's stuff and they talking all trash. He don't know what he's doing. And I'm sitting here, then they come up and, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, right. That's the discernment. And I started blocking people from my personal Facebook page. I mean, if you're not my friend, why should you be on my Facebook page? Nah. My Facebook friends are my friends or people who are friendly to me. All I'm saying to you, beloved, is, consider the source. Consider the source. When people criticize, look at them and figure out who they are and figure out where they're coming from, what angle they're coming from. I'll tell you this much. I sleep well at night. Because at the end of the day, I'm unbought, as Shirley Chisholm would say, and unbossed. Certainly not for sale. And I'm going to continue doing the best I can do. I'm going to continue being the mayor of this city, of the entire city, of everyone in the city. And, after 4 years, I might decide to run again. If people like me and like the work that I've done, then they'll reelect me if I choose to run. If I don't, or if people decide they don't want me, that's fine. Again, I mean, because I'm bigger than this. I got other stuff to do. I have friends and family, and I got people who care about me. So, I mean, again, that's just not where I am. I've gotten so over what people think about me. And I've gotten so over the negativity and stuff people say about me. And if you're one of those on here, just because I didn't say anything doesn't mean I didn't notice. Some of you talk trash about me and be all grin in my face. Some of you, I know exactly who you are. I just haven't said nothing yet. And one day I will. One day I may not. I'm just saying, make sure your heart is right. Make sure your heart is in the right place. Make sure you're doing the right thing for the right reasons. Be who you say you are. If you're down for people, then be down for people. Don't play these games. Because one day you'll be figured out. And your true intentions and your true motives will be revealed. That's all I'm saying. See, I said I wasn't going to get on this soapbox, and y'all mess around. Get me on this soapbox. So let me shut up and shut it down this evening. But again, I appreciate you all. Appreciate all that you mean to me. Again, for 51 weeks, we have been doing this together. And, you've just been awesome. And I appreciate all of us being together. Keep me in your prayers. And keep those haters in the prayers too. Keep them in your prayers. Because I'm reminded that after all that Job went through, Job did not get his blessing until he prayed for those same friends that dogged him out. So I want my blessings. So that's why I pray for them. I pray for every single one of them. Because like Job, I want my blessing. And I'm going to pray for those friends. How many of us have them? Friends. But, we're going to pray for them. And pray for yours. And you know what? Love them anyway. Don't be like them. So, anyway. Please care about us, Savannahans. Layla, wait a minute. I'm going to go ahead and deal with this right quick. Please care. So, Layla, you saying I don't care about Savannahans? Ignore all of that. Help Savannah keep our economy strong. Kayla? Layla, what are you talking about, Layla? The economy is open. It's open. Any place you want to go to downtown is open right now. Layla, what are you talking about? We keep our economy strong by wearing masks. Maybe in your business, maybe you need to make sure people are wearing masks in your business. If you look at cities across the country, Savannah is doing infinitely better than many of them. You want to keep our economy strong, then make people wear masks and make people get vaccinated. That's how we keep our economy strong. Anyway, I'm out. Oh, Thursday night at 6:30. Pastor Tillman, if you would, can you text me that information so I can get that in? All right? Text that to me so I can get it in. Crystal, stop it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate you. And Laura, thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Good. We will see you on Monday at 7 o'clock. Introduction to home ownership. We're going to bless some folks. Folks going to learn how to own their own home. We hope to see you on next week. Again, all positivity. This is not the negative zone around here. God bless you all. Be safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. And watch your distance. I'm out.